Good afternoon, everyone. I represent a company called Delta Electronics India. We were known by Delta Power Solutions in the past. So we've been hearing to a lot of speakers. We know what data is. Data is the new oil. So we are talking of digitizing every processes, building digital organization. But we are a person who actually support the data centers that need to handle so much of data. So coming to my presentation. Can you run the presentation, please? Okay, while probably they run the presentation, let me introduce the organization. We are a Taiwanese multinational. We were established in 1971. We are into many lines of businesses, but what I represent is communication and information solutions. The name is a bit misleading. We actually are the power management solutions behind communication and information solutions. When we say communication, we are talking of telecom. When we are talking of information, we are talking of data centers. So we are a company which started making SMPSs, and from there we have graduated to give large power solutions. Division called Communication and Information Solutions. We are a leading provider for data center solutions. So a quick look at the company. We got founded in 1971. And today we are more than about $8.5 billion company. We are into various businesses. We started off with making SMPSs, DC brushless fans, thermal cooling solutions for IT equipments. From there, we are into many businesses now, like telecom power supplies, industrial automation. We are into passive and magnetic components, networking products, visual displays, data center infrastructure solutions, and renewable energy, both wind and solar. So our corporate mission is to provide innovative, clean, and energy-efficient solutions for a better tomorrow. What you here see is a solution that we provided in US, which is made up of 10,000 plus heliostats mirrors pointing to a central point where solar energy is collected, and from there energy is generated. So it's a matter of pride for us as an installation. Today, we are present in more than 163 countries. We have more than 39 manufacturing facilities, backed up by 64 design centers. So that tells our DNA. Actually, we started off as an OEM, then became an ODM, and now we are into branded business. So our R&D centers gives us the capability to design solutions as per the customer needs. So coming specifically to the ICT business, so we have our business categories, which we call them as power electronics, automation, and infrastructure solutions. So I represent the ICT business. So the ICT business comprises of telecom power supplies, all kinds of rectifiers which go into telecom service providers use them, indoor, outdoor applications. Then we are into networking solutions, switch, router, hub of every size and probably capacity. And I particularly represent the UPS and data center solutions, where we have a micro data center, a modular data center, a prefabricated or a containerized data center, powertrains made up of components like UPSs, DCIM, precision air conditioning, racks and accessories. We have OCP racks also to offer to our customers. So what is the background that we have? We have more than 40 years of experience in making UPSs, 20 years as a branded business. We are part of the Open Compute project as a founding member, part of the Green Grid. We also help people to build data centers as per lead requirements for green data centers. We work with very key technologies like thermal management, power supplies, SCADA systems that go deployed in the data centers. So a little bit of the roadmap where we, with 20 years of experience in UPS design manufacturing, we started the branded business somewhere around 2008. And thereupon, we've been introducing products and services to the customers across the world, participating in CBIT, Data World Center, TechNavio. And if you look at our products, we started introducing more products than just UPSs. We started with the cooling products, power quality solutions like active harmonic filters and SVGs. Then we started to launch InfraSuite, which is an integrated solution of UPS, cooling for a data center build. Then our new technologies got appreciated in terms of innovative products. Today we have modular UPSs, which have got the best innovation product in Russia. We have a 500 kVA UPS in probably a footprint of a 42U rack, a 600 mm by 1 meter by 2 meter. We have built a 500 kVA UPS. So our components, UPS, cooling solutions, racks and accessories, from there we graduated to building systems, And now we are able to give you a solution like a micro data center, a pod or a modular data center, a containerized one, and powertrains using the DCIM cooling, AC power and DC power, converged power supplies where AC and DC can also be deployed. Just to share with you, as I said, 20 years in UPS manufacturing, 6 to 7% of our revenues always go back into R&D, and that is where the strength comes from. We have a lot of patents for UPSs and DC power supplies. Our management systems, our manufacturing facilities comply to all ISO requirements of 9001, 14001, 18001, and even some specialized ones like telecom power needs something or something on ESD manufacturing. They are all certified for it. I'm sorry. So let's look at what data center solutions we are talking about. So when we talk about a micro data center, we are talking of a single rack with power and cooling integrated into it, up to a few racks. Then we are talking of the pod, which is the modularized data center, where you can create a module of power, cooling, monitoring, and then you can replicate these modules in large numbers to build a larger data center. Then all-in-one, a containerized data center, a 40 feet ISO container to house the power and the cooling and the racks where you can deploy your IT, networking, and storage and get going. And then we are talking of power containers where you can take the power out of a brick and mortar data center and probably save space and be more effective in its deployment. So what services we offer? We offer before, during, and after. Before, we can do the designing, we can help you with the site selection, we can help you get the permits and project master plan. During the project execution phase, we do the design, detailed design, the construction, the installation, project management, startup, commissioning, all those activities. And after, we do the maintenance, annual inspection, upgrades. If any are there, we can do that. So we can do it from a prefabricated to a full brick and mortar traditional data center. So one of the challenges that we know with the traditional brick and mortar data center is the construction time. It typically takes about 18 to 24 months from when you conceive to actually delivering the data center. This can be a challenge where the data is growing at such a faster rate. The data centers need to be built much faster. And sometimes you don't get what you designed for in a brick and data center. A lot of changes happen. And then to take care of the future expansions, we sometimes end up with over-designed solutions. Operating challenges in a brick and mortar can also be better taken care of in the new regime or the new solutions for data centers. So let's look at one of the solutions, a prefabricated data center. So this could be in a container. It can be a prefabricated non-ISO container also. One of the good things is you can industrialize the process of making it. While it is being built in the factory, you can actually do the site preparations in parallel. So you can just take the data center, deploy it, deploy your IT equipments, and start to roll out your data center expansion plans. So then next is a modular data center, which is a one-stop service. We will give you all the services. It will be flexible and adaptable. We can actually have modular power cooling arrangements to be provided in, and you can scale up as your requirements grow up. Quick deployment, you can, as I said, industrialize the process of making them in factories and taking them to the sites. And of course, greater reliability and comprehensive management. You can remotely manage multiple of these data centers centrally or even locally. So if you look at a module, this is how a module looks like. So I'm not able to point. So you have the UPS. It can be a modular UPS where it can be scaled as the requirement grows. Then you have the precision air conditioning, which could be an in-row cooling. Then you have the racks and accessories, the containment for hot aisle, cold aisle, and even the DCIM, the data center infrastructure management, can be provided. The complete dashboard may be available for display. So you can standardize one module. So all your site would need is a power connection and at the most a chilled water connection. And you can multiply your expansion or can do the expansion by adding those modules one by one as your need grows. Then I'm talking of a containerized data center. So this can be a 40 feet container. So again, every solution, you have the even the electrical switchgear. We can even have a genset onboard the container. We can have the UPS and the batteries, the security, the surveillance, the fire management, and then provide you about certain racks for your IT equipment. So we have some reference design. To give you an example, for a 40 feet container, we have about a scale up of about 75 kilowatt of UPS power in redundant configuration for about 8 to 9 racks. We can always customize these reference designs as per your needs when you want to roll out this. They are designed for tier 2, can also be enhanced for tier 3. It has inbuilt gensets, as I said. It can have the security and surveillance that you desire. and it can also have the inbuilt EMS for monitoring these data centers remotely. So then coming to the modularized data center in a container, it need not be the whole data center goes into one container. You can actually conceptualize a complete data center in multiple containers. So they can be shipped out to the site, and then you can do the integration at site. You may have like 3 containers for IT, 1 for power, and you can combine all 4 of them to build the complete data center in containers. Then we are talking of the power container. So if you even have a brick and mortar data center, you may not build the infrastructure for the power. The power can be in containers. As you can see in this picture, this was a case of a data center which was built for 3 megawatts with N+1 redundancy. We ended up giving 900 kilowatt 4 power containers. The DG sets were below, the power containers were above, and they could be stacked. And you can even have an N+N redundancy for these kind of solutions. So again, we have these design references. We have built them for customers, and we can drop some reference designs, share with you, and probably as per your need can scale up as per your requirement. So some of the key features for this, we had the ATS and the switch panel, the backfeed protection, make before break switching. These are completely customizable. As you can see the layout, even to have a more dense solution, less space occupying, we use lithium-ion batteries. Just to mention, Delta has its own lithium-ion batteries to offer with UPS solutions. So you have the lithium-ion batteries, you have the UPSs, you have in-row cooling, the switching panels, access control, all can be built as per the customer. It's totally customizable. So as you see, we have the UPS power to give to power distribution. We have conventional PDUs, we have rack mount power distribution. Then within the rack, we have the smart strips for distributing power to the specific load to give you the complete solution. Besides this, we of course have UPSs starting from 1 kVA to up to about 600 kVA as a single unit currently. Going ahead, we are going to build about a 1.5 megawatt UPS as a single unit, and 8 of them can be paralleled to give you about 12 megawatt of UPS solution in a large colo or a cloud data center. Besides this, we also now have introduced busway. These busways are for distribution of power within the data center. We have busway with IP64 for the external and IP54 for internal within the data centers. So you can have the bulk power going into the racks through a busway on the top and having drops at each of the rack positions. So this complete solution is now available from Delta. It's taking a long time. On the precision cooling, we have a cooling solution from small, medium, large to very large hyperscale data centers. We are having direct expansion solutions as well as chilled water solutions. We are more known for our in-row cooling solutions coming in 300 mm weight, 600 mm weight, 42U height, 52U rack height also. So some of our references, we've been present in every segment. So we build data centers. Rajasthan, we have the state data center and its DR running on Delta UPSs. This is a case of we build smart city projects with 7 control centers across the state. We are talking of MP here. Then we have done more solutions for government. We have supplied UPSs for the data centers in NTPC, IOCL. Many solutions have been given. I'm sorry, this is just not changing. Okay, then for railways, we have worked with the Noida Metro. We have given UPSs for their stations, their depots. The complete solution has gone from us. I think it's extremely slow for whatever reasons. Aviation. So there are many references that we have built. Probably it's not working so well. I'll try to run them. In telecom, probably all applications we have covered over the period of time. So if you have any questions, I can take them now. Otherwise, we have a stall. Do visit us, understand what solutions we have to offer. And probably we also want to run a lucky draw. Okay, so we'll probably do it in the evening. So visit our stall, drop in your card, have your questions, and interact with us. That will be a great help. Thank you very much.